Welcome to episode 10 of the How Is He podcast. As always, joined by my co-host, Popa Rowling. This episode, we've no results, Popa.
No.
This episode, we've no fixtures.
No.
This is one we are banking for the bank. And this is the Q&A podcast.
Lovely.
So, to kick it off, I have a list of questions here that came in online through Facebook and through Instagram.
Fair play to you, lads. I really appreciate this. Yeah.
I'm going to open with this one.
Wow.
From your brother.
From my brother?
Pa.
Yeah? Okay. This will be good.
I actually thought it was a good question, though, to be honest with you.
Of course you would, but you're not getting asked it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Question to level the playing field is how we started it.
Question what?
Question to level the playing field. That's how we started, right? Ask Popa, how did he feel stepping up to take the penalty, having missed the last two competitive ones? So this is in reference always to the final Division 2 Cup final.
Yeah.
How would you feel after missing the last
first
two
of all,
competitive
I
ones?
want to say, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. I'll start off by saying that. Thanks, pal. No, I'll tell you, pal, I took a penalty last year for the 35s, and it was a stinker. And then we played Ballymurphy in the semi-final of the over 35s Carlow Cup, if you want to call it. And I took another stinker. Like, I set my bars pretty high in regards to technical ability on the ball, and I fancied myself, but they were rotten. Worst two penalties I ever taken. And I was conscious of it, going up to take the one in the B team final. I don't mind missing a penalty. I'd always step up to take a penalty. That's my mindset. Not afraid to take a penalty, step up in front of 10,000 or two people, it doesn't matter. But I was conscious of letting the lads down. My brother's a coach. My brother played. My son was there. My nephew was there. Looking at Eddie and his son. Tom Begley and his son. I'm like, oh my God, man, I have to stitch this. But the only thing I'll tell you is this: I'm very observant.
Okay.
The goalkeeper went to his right 7 out of 8 penalties.
Go away.
Yeah, every single time. And I
Go
said,
away.
yeah. And I told the boys that. And I said, you're joking me. And I said, I watch everything. And he went to his right every single time, except for one. And he went to his right this time, and I placed it in the far corner. There was a sense of relief, I'll tell you that. Yeah, but I was delighted, and I was really delighted for Pa. Not delighted with the question, Pa, you gimp. But no, thanks, Pa. But look, there was pressure on the pod. I won't tell you what lie. Not because of me missing it. I don't give a shit if I missed it being under.
Yeah.
It was the results of it after
The weight behind it.
not playing in the Vale game in the quarter final.
Yeah.
I wasn't around. Not playing in the Bowden Glass game. And then to let the boys down and taking the penalty. That's pressure I'd put on myself.
Yeah.
But it went the right way for me, thank God.
Brilliant. So there you are now, Pa. Put that in your pipe
Put
and
that in
smoke
your
it.
pipe and smoke it.
Lee Byrne from Greg Cullen asked this one, Pop. I don't know if you can answer this one, but these are for both of us anyway, right?
Right.
Who's the greatest player to ever come out of Greg Cullen?
A Greg Cullen man.
This is a two-parter. We'll do the first part first.
The greatest player ever to come out of Greg Cullen. See,
I would say, obviously we done the best 11s, right? And there was a good few lads from Greg on my 11, right?
yeah.
But I remember growing up, going to watch St. Pat's play, and one player always stood out for me, and he was a Greg man through and through, was Ger Cuddy.
Good player. Played Oscar Trainer with Ger.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
A winner.
Yeah. Had for 90 minutes.
So tidy.
Yeah. Judy.
Yeah. Quick.
Yeah.
Quick in game. Quick to press. Deliveries.
Yeah. Super.
I thought he was top
Could have
of
played
the
left,
pops.
midfield, left back or centre half, no problem.
Obviously I wouldn't have, even though we had Pat, I wouldn't have seen Pat. I'm only going off what I seen. So for me, Ger will be up there, Mark Hutchinson will be up there, Maguire, as I mentioned before, will be up there. You know,
Which you have players
There's
that
loads.
play with Pats as well,
yeah.
which is a kicker.
Oh, will be great. Will be Greg Cullen.
Greg Cullen man.
That's the question.
Right.
Who's yours?
I'd have to say Hutchie for me. Hutchie was a Rolls Royce of a centre half.
Yeah, top class.
And again, very similar to Davy Walker. Not exceptionally quick, but you don't have to when you're that smart. You know, not massively sized, like he's not 6'3" or 4. Very rarely lost the header.
Yeah.
Always good for a goal in the other box.
Mm.
And foul when he had to foul.
Yeah.
Without getting a yellow card. Clever.
But the position,
as you say, Podge, the dark arts.
Yeah. The position he fouls in is what counts.
Unbelievable.
You know, 35 yards out away from your goal.
He's already
apologising
to the referee about the foul that's about to happen.
Yeah.
He say, ref, Jesus Christ, I slipped. Ref.
Yeah.
Such a good player. He would, in my opinion, he would be, like I played a bit with Ger, but Ger's a bit older than me. A fantastic player. I tell you who was a really good. Well, he's not Greg Idle, is he? I was going to say Glenn Townsend was a proper player.
Well, you're missing one. No, that's probably been the best player in Cardiff for the last 15 years, in my opinion.
Lee Murphy.
Yeah,
he's there. Yeah,
Lee is.
Greg Cullen, man. Yeah, too.
Fantastic.
But you're probably over the longevity of what Lee played towards Hutchie, because Hutchie got injured at a young age. Lee had a better, like equally as good players.
Yeah,
but Lee Murphy was. I remember the Oscar trainer panel we had, Bodge. My four midfielders was Cottle, Ozzy, Lee and Phil.
Nuts.
Every attribute you have.
Big three of them.
Yeah. And then you had Delaney in a 10, you could play Delaney middle of the field.
Salter.
You could play Delaney up top, you could play Delaney in the left. Anywhere Salter was just a striker.
Probably on that list as well, come on, Greg Cullen. Don't forget Lee's from Greg.
Yeah.
Lee Salter's
like those players I've never seen play, but I heard like Noel Salter was supposed to be a phenomenal player.
Yeah, heard that as well.
Like Lee Salter was possibly one of the best. Him and Delaney, I would say, the best finishers in front of goal I've ever seen.
Lee, if I was comparing Lee and Graham is fantastic. A great time for Graham. I know him. He's a lovely soccer player. But to me, Graham would have to work harder than Lee, if that makes sense. I think Lee is...
That was a natural attribute.
Yeah.
Graham come and look for the ball.
Graham's go and work, but he doesn't have to.
No, but that's the role. That was his. I'll put this out to you, Patch. If Lee was in our Hanover team, he would have having to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Budsy was such a good player in that Criar team that Lee didn't have to do it. He just stayed on the defender's shoulder all the time.
Yeah.
Delaney was a natural attribute. If Kite went up a little bit higher than what he should have been, Delaney automatically plugged the gap because he's Delaney back when like one of the tactics we had from set pieces. Delaney was so fast at the time. If we lose the first header from a corner, he's the first one to react. He won more ball back for straight away. But that's for me, Podge, on that question, it has to be. I'm saying the two of them. Lee, I can't pick between the two of them. It's Lee. Lee played longer than Mark, but if anybody didn't see Mark Hutchison play, you missed out.
Yeah,
because he was absolutely phenomenal.
Brilliant.
It'd
be Ger, Chudy, be Lee, Hutchie, and Lee Salter, I'd say, from Greg. There's a second part to that. So, same person, Lee Byrne again. So, same thing again, same question again, but who can be great that's playing now under 21, say, from Greg Cullen? And I'm going to answer this fairly quick. There's unbelievable talent. I'm not going to mention many names. I'm going to mention one name in this. There's some unbelievable talent in Greg under 21 playing soccer at the minute. Be it from Felix, be it from Pats. You have lads at Newark playing from Greg. But there's one player that I always thought would be the best that could go professional. Jack Byrne. I remember seeing Jack Byrne play 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, a little bit of League of Ireland. Jack Byrne was unbelievable. Had everything. And I always said this, if there was anyone ever going to go professional, it would have been that chap. Popa, outstanding. So I think if he goes and plays junior soccer, he'll get to the top naturally.
There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Yeah.
He's equally good with both feet.
Yeah.
Like, we played the college first team in a friendly this year. Gavin had it organised. Jack played for the college team.
Yeah.
Straight after the game, Gavin went over. You make him the Oscar trainers, man.
Yeah,
and he came in.
Yeah.
But he didn't play any. He played against Kilkenny, minimum game time, but he's involved with the Leash under 20s, I think it was. So
he plays a lot of guy, yeah.
So that was the downside there, but that chap is such a good footballer.
Has everything.
Oh, he has everything, yeah.
But I'm not trying to say he's better than anyone else of under 21 in Greg, but for me, he's a standout. There is plenty of good young lads playing in Greg, like loads of good young lads.
I'll tell you who's similar to him and just as good is Brandon Kelly.
He's not from Greg Cullen.
No, but you're on about...
Brandon is outstanding.
He's unbelievable. But I'm on about the age bracket as well.
Oh, the age bracket, you could broaden it, yeah, but Brandon is...
That man is tough. He's a baller. He's intelligent. He's all over the field. Greg Cullen, man, it has to be Jack Byrne, Podge. But in regards to the age group, young lads like that, I'd always have to mention a couple of young lads.
Jamie Murphy.
Brilliant.
Brandon Cassidy.
Yeah.
Luke Murphy.
Ben
Scott
McCarron.
Roycroft.
There's not many lads 16 years of age playing the goal for a Premier season.
Don't forget about Lord.
No. Do you know?
Scott.
Yeah, great. Scott Roycroft is brilliant. Yeah. Young lad from Vale. What's his name? Smithers. He's only early 20s, but still only chaps. But in regards to the question, Greg Cullen chap has to be Jack Byrne.
For me it is, so I'd agree with you there.
Yeah.
Here's a question from Shane Whelan. Shane who's playing goal for Collection, I think.
No, Shane,
yeah. It's actually something we touched on a while ago and he's bringing it up. I want to ask your opinion on something you touched on briefly as regards Collection and the use of the college students and coaches over the past 4 or 5 years. Do you think it's something that works or something that's overused and takes away from the identity of the club? If these players leave, could it leave Collection in a very poor position? Thoughts, Pop?
Absolutely in a poor position.
Okay. Ken Faw?
College coaches are down, and don't get me wrong, they're very good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them don't know how to play. They don't understand the playing side of it. Everything is on a board, but it's too technical, right? But the good players that come in, that Collection had 3 or 4 of them 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, they're only there for a 4-year period. And Collection takes such a bang when them players come over. It's hard to get 4 really good college players, and when they're finished their 4 years, to replace them with another 4 college lads. Now, you can get lucky in building it all the time. Collection don't seem to have done that, and it's obviously harming them. Like Collection were easily 3rd, 4th or 5th for a consistent basis. This year they struggled big time.
I don't think, because it's junior soccer, right, I don't think identity comes into it too much, right?
No, not so much.
A lot of clubs will want instant success, okay? And a lot of clubs will try and get that through bringing in players. So for me, the college is, forget about the coaching side of it, right? For me, the college is an outlet of untapped players. Like you've seen Adam, what's his name, at Critty Yard. You see Steely there at Collection. Keane Heno was at Collection. Isaac Talent was in goal for Vale. Like, no, so in relation to them players coming in, here's where I get the issue, right? From a club's perspective. So you bring in 3 or 4 college lads that are only there for a short window of time, between 1 and 4 years. You're knocking out someone. So you're losing someone.
A local lad,
or a lad that's 19 or 20, and you're bringing in a college student that's maybe 22 in his 3rd year for 1 more year, and then you're going back to the lad that, do you know? And if you look at Collection, but if you look at Collection as a template, that's exactly what's happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
And if you have, as a manager on the sideline, Podge, trying to win a game, you have to pick the better player. Like if you can't not pick an Adam Steed and pick a lad not as good as him because he's local. You're not doing your job right.
Oh no, I get that 100%.
Right?
Yeah,
but that affects the club.
Yeah.
First of all, Steedy's not going to hang around.
Yeah.
I'm not here to stand on the sideline, coming up from Cork, go home for the weekend if I want, or wherever Adam is from, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But if he does play, the local lad, sure, he won't be here next year. What's he going to do? Come back to me then?
Yeah.
And that's what you have to. And it's very, very hard to deal with both them incidents.
So if you take the example, as Shane asked, because it's about Collection, right? If you take the example of Collection have absolutely everything in place, from their surface to the facilities to the car park to the shop.
The compliments I got.
What do they not have, Papa? Players.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the guys they brought in was the issue, but I'm saying it played a big part of it. I know for a fact when Mickey Dargan was over Collection and I was at Pats in the Premier, and you go play a Mick Dargan team, yeah, you're in for a game.
Yeah. Well, if you're not busy under Mick Dargan, you're not getting a shift, are you?
But you know what I'm saying?
You're off, like, you're gone.
So that's where the kind of nearly identity comes into it. That he was using local lads that are in that club a long time. Do you know what I mean? And they were grafters and they were hard to beat.
But what did Billy Nolan say last week about his coaching?
Enlighten me. I can't remember.
He said,
it wasn't last week.
Find out.
Well, yeah. It was last week, but it wasn't last week. Anyway, go on.
Sorry. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
He finds out about the players.
Oh yes,
that's a local lad
insight
in a local club.
Yes, sorry, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Is he okay? It's happening. How's his mum or his dad? His dad had a heart attack.
Yeah.
His brother was in a car accident. I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
College coaches haven't a clue about any of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're just there to coach. Turn up on a Sunday morning. Hey, where's your man? Do you know your man, the big lad? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a really good centre forward. What's his name? I'm not sure. I know. There he is now. That lad there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Pod's style. Oh, that's Pod. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know the background of the club. They don't, and that's where it hurts them.
I agree.
That's where it hurts them.
I agree.
A lad on the sideline that's a local lad with him, who's not as good as coach, it's such a hard. It's a really good question, and it's a hard one to point the right answer at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
not. I tell you what, in black and white, Podge, it's more of a hindrance than a help.
It's a many avenue question. Here's my solution to it, right? If you have a willing college student that's doing that on a full-time basis, soccer coaching every single day, and wants to get involved in their club, here's the role for him. You are coaching the coaches.
Correct.
You are coming down, you are taking our coaches, we will pay you a sum or a fee, okay, to take the coaches once every 2 weeks of a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning or a Sunday evening or Saturday. We all have facilities now, and you are going to coach the coaches.
Yeah.
You're going to run a little course with them, you're going to show them little drills, you're going to do little sessions for them, and you're going to get them to implement your ideas. Instead of you coming in over one specific group, implementing your ideas, bringing in your players, getting the point across, and then out the gap. And the club are starting again. Do you get me?
Yeah.
That's where I'd fill in. That's where I'd use college coaches.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
It's hard to stand over a team, Podge, and make them better, and then all of a sudden, from your time is up in the college, see you after. Whack. The coaching goes down. The player's attitude goes down when the coaching goes down, and it affects the whole dribbles down.
What's that saying? Give the man a fish, he'll eat for an hour. Give the man a fishing rod, he'll eat forever. Does that work with that? No, does it? Well, nice one.
Yeah.
Here's a good one, and we could be talking about this one for ages. Most underrated player in the Carlow currently and of all time.
Of all time.
I think the most current underrated player is Coughlin. I don't think there's enough respect on Coughlin.
No, there's not. Because he's not a flair.
I think Chris Gall is one of the most underrated players as well, and probably one of the most greatest I ever worked with.
You ask, I go back to the Coughlin one, right? You ask any member of that good Hanover team that he had what Coughlin brought to the dressing room. Every one of them will go to war with him. He is an animal. The bigger the test, the more he does.
Yeah.
Like, I remember we played the Critty Yard good team. It was us and York and Critty Yard at that time.
Yeah.
Right. It was Cottle, your job is Lee Murphy. No problem. Do that. Cottle, your job is Mikey Byrne in the middle of the field. No problem. That's my battle. Cottle never once walked off the field to say he got the better of me today. Never come over and apologise.
Yeah.
He apologised to me once or twice by not putting his shift in by him, and I was like, we won the game, but he wasn't at it because he thought the game was just it was just passed him by, sort of. Sorry, Pop, I shouldn't have been at that today. That's the kind of guy you're dealing with.
Yeah.
What a man. So much admiration for him.
Absolutely underrated.
Yeah.
Not currently of all time. I would have Chris Gall in that bracket as well.
I'll do a couple of pairs for you, Podge, of the current.
Yeah.
Chris Gall is definitely one, right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another one never gets to mention in that New York team. Keane Cleary.
Oh, I would never underrate Coach Keane.
Well, people don't speak about him.
Oh, Keane's very good.
Yeah, I know exactly how good he is.
Very good.
People don't speak about him. Another one, Ray Byrne, never gets the praise because he's not a flair player. Keane played in the 9, in the 6, in the 10 this year for that New York team, and he's equally as good in the 3 positions. I think he's brilliant in the 6. I think he's brilliant in it. He bosses it and he's brave. He doesn't look for the ball in the centre circle when you're facing the own goal.
Yeah.
He picks it off the centre half on the D and willing to make a mistake to get us out. But then when he makes the pass, he's gone the far side of the player consistently. You might catch him in the first 10 or 15 minutes to say, I'll match this run with him, and you couldn't get the ball the second time. But he might go to Skinner. Skinner comes into him. He bounces out to the fullback. He's already the far side of the player. In the first 10-15 minutes, you'll catch him. He does it over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But the game is dead after an hour, Podge, when you walk is that good.
Correct.
And that's when he gets better and better and better. He's very, very underestimated.
I would say Andy Kane centre half for Bagnallstown.
Brilliant. And Oisin Dillon have been brilliant as well this year.
Yeah, I would say.
He has that there sprouting.
I don't know how much.
An oak tree he is.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah.
See the size of him?
Yeah.
Should be out in joggers. That's where he should be.
Yeah. I don't know how much this player has played this year, but Jason Daly of Vale Wanderers.
Yeah.
I put Ed Lillis in there from Vale Wanderers. I think he's very good. I think he played a lot centre half from this year. That Joyce young lad playing for Ballymurphy. I know he's played in the first division, but good player. There's a couple out there that I think are very underrated. Watkins from Kilree, centre half.
Yeah.
Go gadget, telescopic
He's
leg.
good. Dockets is some player up front.
Dockets is very good.
He's
a
clever,
handful.
man.
He's
I'm
a
telling
handful.
You. Yeah. You have
He's
to be
a
on your
handful.
toes with the Dockets.
Yeah, you do, because
You know.
in a blink of an eye, the ball in the back of the net.
I look at the collection team and you go through the older lads and what comes through it. Alan Brennan done such a good job for the centre half this year.
Yeah,
He was chomping at the bit every single game. He's on me post from him, constantly talking about him when he was off. Meet him, and it wouldn't be just like a 5-minute conversation. The passion comes over his mouth. It's unbelievable. He's such a good club man, dying to make collection better. Absolutely dying to make them better. He's the lad you want over a team. Do you know what I mean? Players that play for them because he's passionate about his team.
Mickey McCartney be up there as well. Actually,
Mickey McCartney's playing 35
Pop
years,
Lawler,
man.
Pop Lawler.
Yeah.
Papa's fucking.
Sure, does he lose a header?
Deadly. Never.
Does he lose a header like? He's deadly.
Unbelievable.
Mickey McCartney's playing 35 for us, and he's just the busiest man of all time. I never seen him work.
There's a few.
I tried to sign him a few times.
Did you?
I did. I went after him a few times, yeah, but he's so loyal to collection.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Went after him, yeah. Yeah, because I played against him, Podge. And I played against him in collection, and I was like, I have to win this battle here today. Me playing him in a league game was as important as me going to face a Ross Townsend or a Lee Murphy or anybody playing in the middle, a Budsy Marr or Jason or any of them. He was that good. He was up there with them. He was such a good player.
And do you think that I chose because if I'm not on it here, I'm going to get it?
Well, if you're, I'll tell you what he is. He's fit as a flea the last 90 minutes.
Like you wouldn't get away with it.
No, you can't do a half shift and think you're going to get the better of him.
Yeah.
Because if I win my game in the middle of the field, there's a better chance of Hanover winning a game.
Yeah.
So that was my attitude when I played the game. But you have to be on it from the first minute. You can't decide to play 15 minutes into a game.
Yeah.
Do you know? And then that I sort of reflected that into the lads then were like Phil Neenan. There's an underestimated player. What a baller he is like. No one, like everybody goes, the left back, Craig Comfort, brilliant. You ask Craig Comfort about Stevie Charlton.
Yeah.
The only attribute Stevie didn't have that Craig had. Craig never stopped talking.
Yeah, Stevie's
didn't
very
speak.
quiet. Yeah.
Swanee.
I don't know if Swanee's underrated, was he? I think everyone knew Swanee was
Well, everybody,
top class.
yeah, well, everybody did, but everybody spoke about Blackjack because Blackjack was that good. But you ask Blackjack is not the player he was because of. You ask Blackjack, he said, I wouldn't have got the recognition I got only for Swanee.
Yeah.
That's how good Swanee was.
Yeah, I seen Swanee in action.
Look at the Parkville team. Jack O'Neill, I think, he's grown into one of the best
very
midfielders.
underrated.
I'm delighted to see him got an award this year for the Carroll League.
Delighted, yeah. Delighted.
He has been brilliant this year.
And his brother isn't too well either.
No, he's well.
Killian, is
I'll
it
tell
Killian?
You, I think Jack is. Whoever's Podge. Jack is your player of the year, man. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, I'd agree.
He's, every game I've seen him playing a couple of games, and I played against him or coached boys against him, and he was awesome every single time.
There's a few at Parkville, Poppy. I think the Bosch is underrated.
The Bosch is super, yeah. He just has the control.
Do you know what a good season for him? Mitch Kelly.
Mitch did he? Yeah, he come on as a sub against us. I know I like Mitch. Yeah, clever player.
The young lad centre half. Can't think of his name. His name leaves me now. Tall chap. Is it Sheridan?
John Sheridan.
Is it or Dylan Sheridan? Is it or Sheridan? Tall chap centre half is very good for them. Adamar Broderick and goals, very underrated goalkeeper.
Very well, yeah. Or Kennedy Cup goalie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That's underestimated players. Yeah, that's There's you can talk about them all day.
Exactly. It's mine and
no
yours.
matter who you say, someone will say you never mention him.
Yeah.
So it's hard to remember them all. The most underestimated player of all time is. So
you couldn't. You couldn't, like. You, Popa. How about that? You're the most underrated.
Yeah.
No, I knew I was deadly.
Yeah.
Speaking of our Kennedy Cup squad, I know a former teammate or chap we coached on, Jamie Farrell, asked the questions.
Jamie.
How's things, lads? What do you think Parkville need to do about winning a league because the players are there?
Are the players there? That's my question. There's no doubt Parkville have got better with Podge. Can you see that group of Parkville players? I know they beat New York in the Shield final, but consistently over a season is what wins the league, and they're a little bit short in that, I think. What do they need? I
think they have the mix. I think they have the mix of young and old. I think they have that right. Looking at Parkville this year and even last year, I think we're trying to... I know Podge done a great job, and he came in after having a bad year and settled him down, and it went really well. However, I think he chopped and changed a bit too much. I think for Parkville they need a consistent style of play, and they need a consistent...
You're saying it change the system or change the clientele?
System and clientele.
Right.
Like I felt like every time you've had Parkville was nearly a different shape or different. Now I know Brian B-Mac went in there this year as well. He might have, different approach. Another went to 3 at the back for a few games and things like that. Right, but I do think they have the players to win a league. I genuinely do. I don't think they have the style. I think they need to focus on a way. And if you talk about Parkville to me,
and stick to the way to play.
Well, if you ask me what do you think of Parkville, what would you think of Parkville, Podge? I tell you, football, the play, to get it down and the play.
Yeah.
And I look at this Parkville team, to try and get it down to play, but the way the style and system they're playing in isn't suiting the Parkville. We just talked about identity there a few minutes ago. It's almost like they've lost it. It's almost like it's not like looking at Parkville. That's the vibe I got over the last 2 seasons watching them play.
Right.
I just felt like it didn't feel like we went out and played them 2 years ago or last season in the Shield game or first league game. I can't remember what it was. We bet them 6-1. I've never in my wildest dreams thought of going to Parkville and say I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
To go there, yeah. That's why I think we mentioned one of the first 1 or 2 episodes. You very rarely see a Parkville team getting battered.
Never. And they are, make no illusions about it, they are a colossal football club.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Steeped in it. They're 45 years this year.
Are they 45 years?
I think 45 years this year, yeah.
They are a really, really good team, yeah. Good club. I've so many good friends in Tullow. What are they missing, Jamie? I tell you what, one of them they are missing is Kevin Maher. Yeah. He was someone that every team needs. They have a goal scorer, Michael DeBosch. Yeah. They have wingers. Yeah. They have fullbacks. Yeah. Alan Maher's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah. The centre halves.
They have centre halves. Yeah. Yeah. So is it a style of play? Are they aggressive enough, Podge?
I don't know. For me, probably not. No. This is not slight, but looking at...
I'll put it this way, and I don't mean aggressive enough. If you got it down and dirty and wanted to have a rough match with Critty Yard, they could have it back with you without getting a player sent off. Yeah. If you wanted to get down and have a rough match with Parkville, you get 2 or 3 of them sent off in a heartbeat. Yeah. So their discipline is one of them. That's the first trophy they won in a while, it says, the Shield.
Well, I know they've picked up cups now over the last couple of years and things like that. They have won stuff. Like, that's not Podge's first trophy with them, I know that. I think you won a Premier Cup with them a couple of years ago.
Would have won a Premier Cup maybe, yeah.
I'll ask a question in relation to Parkville. Are they overcoached?
It's a really good question, and the answer could be yes to that, yeah. I would say too much information is not good either. No. Like, just simplify it. Like, this is what we do. You've done it before. Do it again. But the question I'm asking you as a coach to a player, can you do it again? Yeah. And they're obviously not. Yeah. Because they're overcoached.
Yeah. That's what, and I'm not even
saying B-Mac is a good coach.
No, Jesus, I'm not having a go at the coaches.
No. But is he...
But you can't overload information.
You can give him too much information. Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but even in my early stages, been involved with junior teams, I was probably a victim of that. Or I was probably trying to give lads too much information because I want to make an impression on lads. I want these lads to know everything about this game.
And I tell you,
the reality is you're only filling them with shy.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Another thing you do, Bob Hodge, is you need to trust them as well. Like, you can change a system because of the team you're playing against, but don't change it by not trusting the players. Trust the players. If it's not the players are not or if it's not working, then adjust it. Don't say, oh no, we're going 5 at the back, we're playing New York. Don't have a go at them. Do you know, like, or Critty Yard or whoever it is. Just
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good question, Jamie. It's a tricky one, but probably just let them go, let them go at it for a change, and let them play, because they do have. He is dead right when he says the players are there.
Yeah, and he'd be one of them.
Yeah,
If he took the finger out, he was as good as anyone.
will he take the finger out?
I don't know.
One in, Jay.
Yeah. Pop was on to us asking a question.
Pop Lawler.
Yeah. Do you think with 10 teams in the Premier, will they bring back relegation, promotion, playoff? No, not do you think? Do you think the league will?
I don't think they'll bring back playoff. I definitely think they'll bring back in relegation. I think they'll go 2 down, 2 up. I'd be surprised if they went bottom down, top up out of Division 1, second in Division 1 versus second bottom in Division 2 versus second in Division 1 in a playoff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll do that. I can't see them doing that. I think they'll just go 2 down, 2 up.
I agree with you. I think I don't even think they'll go 2. I think they'll go 1.
Just one team relegated?
Yeah. I think they'll relegate 1.
You think 2 is harsh?
No, I think 2 is correct. No, what I think is different to what I think League are going to do, right?
Yeah.
So I think League are going to do, I think they're going to drop 1 and bring up 1.
Okay.
Right? Now, what would I do? I would do 2 go down and 2 go up. Second last in the league, play second in the first division in the playoff.
Do you think that they'll wait until the year is out or Christmas time and say, what happens if you have a team in the first division? No one got relegated.
Yeah.
So, Ballon come over it.
Mm-hmm.
St. Felix have to be strong favourites to come out of that first division.
Next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with
Have
that.
to be strong favourites.
Yeah.
What happens if St. Felix win the first, 16 games? Let's go by Christmas. They're 11 points clear after 8 games. And the Carroll League state that 2 teams come up, 2 teams come down. The team is in second is clearly not good enough for the Premier Division.
If they can't be top of the first division.
If they're that far off top in the first division.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and the team who's second from bottom and third from bottom is really tight. They're better than the second place team in the first division.
Yeah.
So I think the Carroll League won't make a decision until halfway through the season to say this is what we're going to go with, and I think that's the best avenue to go down.
Is that down? Would that decision be down to the type of teams that are in them positions?
Not the type of teams. In all respect to the clubs in the first division, I think if it's tight with 2 teams in the first division, come 4 or 5 games to go, I think that will make up the Carroll League's mind.
Okay.
I can't see if 4 games to go, if a team has won it and they're miles ahead with 3 or 4 games to go, clearly the second team is in the right division in the first. Why promote them to the Premier and hurt them as a club?
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. If they're chomping at the bit, it goes down to the last game and the winner takes all and there's a point in it, well then them 2 teams are on a par. If they've lost one game or 2 games each through the year, scored a load of goals, conceded little goals, they're obviously really good teams.
Yeah.
You have to sum it out throughout whatever the course of the season is and say, hey, hold on for a second. This team won the first division and won it by 13 points, 12 points. The team in second lost 5 games. They battered them twice, 3 or 4-0 twice. So they're miles off them. This team who's won it hasn't been in the Premier in I don't know how long. How will they survive? They might struggle in the Premier. So surely the second place team will struggle. So I think they won't make a decision until... It'd be wrong to make a decision at the start of the season.
I hear you, but I would disagree. And the reason I would disagree is because I don't think you can move the goalposts halfway through the year, right? If a team in the first division, if you're saying 2 up, 2 down, regardless of how you do it, via playoff with second and second last in the Premier, whatever it may be, you set the line straight away. Here's what's happening. So if you finish in your first division 14 points behind the team that went up, as you mentioned, which potentially could be Felix, right? And then you're going into a playoff with number 9 in the Premier, be it whoever, could be Pats, could be Hanover, whoever it may be, and you go and beat them, and you're in the Premier, and you have a terrible year of Premier. That's not the league's fault.
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not.
So
I'm not blaming the league.
So if you look at this from a development standpoint, the only way clubs are going to get better is to get into the Premier. And that should be the attitude. Doesn't matter how you get there.
No.
But you should. If you have the opportunity to get in there through whatever means, get in there and give it a go. Listen, you might go a bit straight back down. You might stay up. You might make an impact. Like, Vale Wanderers come up, made a great impact on the league, and are probably going to be in the Premier League for the next 25 years.
Yeah, easily holding their own.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's easy for us to say, I know you were in a side position with Hanover last year as St. Pat's man and a Hanover man, and looking at Newark and at Parkville, they're always going to be in the Premier. Most years. I know you hung on last year. I know the year before Pat's kind of hung on, but they're well established. And look at them clubs. Look what them clubs have compared to Ballymurphy. Let's go in between divisions. Like, you want to be established. You want to create a football club. You have to be in the top division, and that's not me saying that. That's me saying that's what the league's remit should be.
I hope. I would love if they had their mind made up, and then don't change it.
Yeah.
Like, don't. If they're not going to say anything, don't say anything. That's fine. But it's better than saying it and changing it.
Yeah.
Well, if they say 2 up and 2 down at the start of the season, stick to it. No matter how far.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The second team off, but I just think it'll harm the second team.
Yeah.
If they're miles off the first place team, but that's their criteria. If you want to come to the Premier, come up by all costs. You'd love to go up as champion. If you go up by runner up, you're still up there.
Yeah.
And there are better games of football, and there's players in that play soccer in the first division will get a little bit more room. You're punished quicker, but you get more room to play in the Premier Division.
Yeah, I think the big difference, having coached in the first division and in the Premier, the big difference in the first division is it's not that it's more physical. It's it's like playing soccer 10 years ago.
Yeah,
right. And that's I'm not even trying, because listen, the teams in the first division now are excellent. That Burn Celtic side's very good. The Parkwood side's very good. The Ballymurphy side's very good. Right under the Dolman, of course, are excellent as well. But you're right, in the Premier, it's different. I think it's because you might have different lads over them.
Yeah.
The clubs are more established. The club has an identity. And we've just mentioned Parkville, or you think football straight away. Like, if I said to you, Dolman Celtic, what are you thinking? What's their style? What's their identity?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Attack.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for them,
there's more sense of a cup final feeling every Sunday morning in a Premier League game than there is in the first division.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And that's done no disrespect.
But that's because Hanover, we're going to the plots here, boys. The hell you boys are going in for today.
Yeah, it's a proper.
You're going to the plots. You're going to Creighton Yard, lads. We're down Saturday night in Pats, lads. It's not going to be easy down here.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
You can go. You can't go on the Saturday night playing the Premier Badge.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have to play on Saturday night. You go Saturday after that.
Yeah.
You can't come up for the drinking.
I just think that question, like, it's a great question.
It's a great question, yeah.
But I mean, there's no real definitive answer to it. But as you said, Pop, I would really hope to set it in stone before the season starts.
Yeah, I'd love for them to say it.
Yeah.
And say, because we have 10, here's the rules of the Premier Division. 2 goes down, 2 comes up.
Yeah.
Simple.
And it doesn't matter what two it is.
Stick to it.
Yeah.
If they're not going to say anything, it's better than saying something and changing it. That's all I'd say.
Correct. Keane Connolly asked this question, and here's a very underrated player that I forgot to mention. Ask Popa why he could never get Danny O'Boyle to play for Hanover Harps.
Because he's a proper club man. Yeah, the Castle Rangers. I know Carlo Rovers.
I've
asked him numerous times.
I've asked him 20 times. I played juvenile Danny, sure.
Yeah.
That's
great
soccer player.
Played against him last week, yeah.
Still good?
He's
still going?
He's deadly, yeah. Stag next week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a stag? Are you on it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you? Where is it?
Carlingford.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. A really nice fella as well.
I tell you, I would have loved him. I looked for him. I spoke to Mickey McCarthy. The time I had a really good Hanover team.
Yeah.
Just to keep us going.
Yeah.
Danny could go anywhere across the back or anywhere across the middle for you.
Yeah.
But he's better through the middle, whether it's centre half or centre mid.
Yeah.
Because he's busy.
Yeah, he's very good.
He's very good player. I thought Keane. I tried. He just said no every single time.
I tried to sign him.
Yeah,
you
have to admire a man like that, because he's closer to Phil than he is to me, and Phil was in that team, and I had Phil on his case as well.
Who's the one you thought you signed? Who's the one you were waiting, and you went back to train, or you went down, lads? I think we have this lad. We all have one of them.
Who's the one? Well, I tell you, Podge, when to lose a player like Brandon Kelly was a kick in the rollers for me.
Yeah, you're not getting him back.
You can giggle all you want. No, he's like, I didn't coach Brandon. He played by Hanover a couple of games, but I took the year out. I needed a break. And when I come back, McLaren went to New York. Brandon went to Pats.
Yeah. Furlong with the Pats.
Furlong with Pats.
Parkville and Pats, yeah.
Stevie was out with Cricket Yard, never played with them.
Yeah.
4 or 5 players, and that's when we struggled. Got a few of them back, made us better. Still can get better, obviously, Miles, but yeah, he's the one that lost. I didn't lose him. If I had him, I would have never lost him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get involved with the first team and tell them what they were doing wrong on the sideline, if they were doing something wrong, in my opinion. Because I have different attributes to other people as they have different attributes to me.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And one of my strengths is man management and being able to speak to people. And I can convince people, maybe, I don't know, but I would think I'm good at that. And if I was in charge of that Hanover team, him, McLaren and Jamie would have never left. I wouldn't have let it happen.
It's a fair statement.
I would have never let it happen.
Well, I would have something similar where when I left, Kelvin Corcoran, Luke Murphy, Kyle O'Brien, Josh Moore, Martin Bridget, Danny Bulger, all left.
Did they?
Like they are
That's a
proper.
That's a core of a team, isn't it?
Eric Dowling.
Yeah, Eric played very well for Pats in his day.
I really rate Eric. Luke Murphy was the one that I can't say I lost him, right, but I would like to think if I had been there, he would never have went, because I think Luke Murphy could be one of the best strikers ever in Carlow soccer. The chap plays up front for Felix Popa. He's dynamite when he's on it.
I seen him coming on against Bourne Celtic in that game. I went down to watch. Remember, I told you.
Yeah.
Bourne Celtic beat them. The young lad sent off. Young Dorgan was sent off. And he came on. And I didn't recognise him the last time I seen him. He's after toning up and he looks well. He looks fit, like.
Strong. Looks strong. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a fair statement, Podge.
There's a lot of lads like that when I left Pats, and it's the biggest regret I have, is not kind of should have been around to keep them lads there. Not even saying they all would have stayed. No. But as like you, I would say that I'm a good speaker.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I would do my best not to let them go. Like, you know. But then again,
I would have done whatever needs be.
Yeah, but I like the honesty in lads as well, though, Papa, where they can come to you and say, "Look, I'm not around next year, Patch. I'm not playing. I'm too far away." Like Dominic Byrne went back to Slaney, right? Yeah. No problem. I understand it's your club. Like, thanks for everything. Do you know what I mean? I get that, and I'd never stop a player from going. But the one that really, really broke my heart was my last year getting a phone call off Ethan O'Neill, Podge, I'm going to Newbridge. I said, "What? It's a bit of shopping, is it?" He's like, "No, I'm going to
Why
Newbridge."
war?
I'm going to Newbridge. I guess a Whopper, bring it home. We'd done Burger King here at the time. I'm going to play for Newbridge Town. That broke my heart.
Yeah.
Like, I'd coached him since he was 12.
Did
the whole
you?
way up to
He's
junior.
a clever player.
That broke my heart.
Yeah.
Really did.
I tell you what one I was excited to get.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe I got him. I didn't get him, but I was delighted to coach him. Coughlin got him. Conor Clack.
Oh, Clacker's class, yeah.
And Clacker was brilliant.
Class. Did he win out with Clack?
No. He was going through his
pilot's licence.
And then COVID kicked in, the season was cancelled, and then he got a bad injury and he hasn't recovered from it. And I'm in contact with him.
He's living up north though, is he? Did I hear that?
He's living in Carlow.
Oh, Clacker.
He's living in Carlow, yeah. He's working in Dublin, yeah. He's going up and down to Dublin.
What age is Clacker now? Clacker must be 36, 37, is he?
I'll tell you what, he hasn't played in 4 or 5 years, like, but...
Some player,
Papa. Oh, man. What a player. Like, there's a lad who's underestimated.
Underestimated to the end. Yeah. I remember having conversations.
He was the job. Remember I told you, Cottle, your job is Lee Murphy if you walk. Mikey Byrne, Pats, it was him.
Well, I remember having conversations with the lads telling them about how good Conor Clack, and they're like, "Well, yeah, I know about Conor Clack."
Conor Clack's still gravy, man.
Very good.
What a proper player. He came up for Hanover, played a couple of great games. And then COVID kicked in, stopped.
Great man for a goal as well.
What?
Great man to score a goal as well.
Oh, boys. Look, and tidy, the ball is always inside the yard of his foot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's the right side of the player that they can't get at.
Yeah.
But I believe his dad was a proper player too, you know.
Tony played League of Ireland, yeah.
Yeah.
Played League of Ireland for Bray, yeah.
Tony was a great player.
Gentleman as well.
No,
Absolute
I
gent.
thought of Tony this morning, yeah.
Yeah, gentleman. Clark was good. Yeah, there's loads like that.
Should you go through it all there, Podge?
Yeah, I know. So we go through these questions all day as well, but unfortunately we haven't got all day, right? There was a question asked about the Premier team. If you're listening to this now, you would have heard of Premier team because it's going to be on the episode before this.
Yeah.
This is like the Matrix here, lads, because this one's pre-recorded. Do you know what I mean? It's like
holidays have to happen, lads.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a kind of a little short one, lads. Look, up to now, the support's been absolutely outrageous and fantastic. We do have something in the pipeline in relation to giveaways and things like that. Hopefully, it'll be happening by the time this goes out. It might even have happened. Keep supporting us, lads. Keep following us. Keep buying us the old coffees. Everything we get goes straight back into this. This isn't for us to put money in our pocket. This is for us to be able to sit down, invite people on, have a chat about soccer, have a chat about Carlo's soccer. As I always say, it's not my podcast. It's not Popa's podcast. It's your podcast.
It's a massive plus, Watch, and I tell you, it's one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah.
I mean, delighted you asked me. I didn't think it was going to be this good. I won't tell you lie. Not in regards to feedback. I was like, Jez, we're taking a chance here.
Yeah.
Two rows.
Never done this.
You know what I mean? Never done it in my life.
Never done it.
But it feels natural to sit here in front of the microphone. It feels natural to talk about the things that we don't sit down. If anybody sees it, anybody come in as a guest, they'll tell you. We don't sit down with a script and read out the answers.
Yeah.
Everything is top of the head and from the heart. It's pure honesty.
Yeah.
We might make mistakes, or who's perfect. But I'll tell you, Bodge, it's an enjoyable thing I've ever done in my life.
It's good.
And to get the feedback off people when you see them out doing the post, whatever it is brilliant. And keep supporting us, lads, and we'll be in contact.
Lovely. That's it. Thanks, lads.
So, boys.